Knolly Williams here, your success coach. And in today's coaching session, I want to talk to brand new agents. What do you do in the business if you're brand new? I call this advice for brand new agents from Uncle Knolly. All right. So Lillian sent me an email. I think it was a great email. I just got it from her yesterday. She's a brand new agent and she just joined me here at Mentorship Masters at the Knolly team, and she is ready to thrive. So I want to share her email that she sent me, with her permission. Share that with you because I think that the questions that she has are absolutely profound and they're going to help a lot of people. So let's dig into it. Let's look at it right now. So this is the email that I got from Lillian, and you can see here. This email just came in yesterday at 2:22. And so here's what Lillian says. She says, "Hey, Knolly, it has been a whirlwind, fun experience these past few days with joining EXP. I look forward to learning, growing, and finding my niche. With that said, I was hoping you could find some spare time to help with my homework. I know you must be blessed with work, but I was hoping that you could find some spare time to answer a few questions I had. If and when you become available, I would love your insight on your success." Now, the thing is, Lillian, as you know, I'm always available to my Mentorship Masters members, and I really appreciate you for sending me this email because it's going to help a lot of people. So here's the questions that she's got, and this is going to help you. Number one, what is your main drive in business? Well, my main drive in business is listings, okay? In the real estate game, listings is where it's at. And if you want to succeed, I don't care if you're brand new. I don't care what other people have told you. They told me the same thing when I got in the business. Start here and then start small and all this other crap. The reality is you can start wherever you want to start. You can be whoever you want to be. You can shine how you want to shine. Don't let anybody else dictate your success level and how quickly or how slowly you get to success. That's something that's between you and God, something that you've created for yourself. That I started right out with listings. I've got a lot of videos, free training that I put out there about listings. This is my passion. And if you want to, I tell you, a lot of agents make a lot of excuses why they don't get into listings. But the reason they don't get into listings is, number one, they're scared. They're just afraid to do it, and they don't have a good roadmap, which this book is. Success with Listings. You can download a free copy of it, Lillian. You go to knolly.com. You can download this bad boy for free. Read it right on your iPad or your iPhone, whatever device you want. So my main focus is listings, okay? So I just want you to kind of start there. Now, let me look at your other questions. So that's my main drive. What is your favorite marketing strategy? Now, I get this question a lot as well. And so in this book, you'll notice that there's 5 chapters all dedicated to lead generation. My favorite strategies as it relates to lead generation. I've got videos all about lead generation out there as well. But this is what you really want when you're talking about my favorite strategy for lead generation. I actually have 27 strategies. These are my favorite ones. So I called it Triple My Listings, 27 Marketing Ideas for Free Seller Leads. Of course, this book is also available for free. You just go to knolly.com. There'll be a link where we'll actually send you a copy of this in the mail, okay? And it's every single idea that I love, okay? And how to do everything that I've done in my business, how you could do it in your business. All you do is you pay the shipping, and we get this shipped out to your home or whatever address you want us to ship it to. So your home or office, doesn't matter. So Triple My Listings, these are 27 marketing ideas for free seller leads. These are my favorite strategies as it relates to generating listings. So that's where I get my leads. I don't pay for any leads. I don't do Zillow leads, none of that stuff. And I've actually anyway, I've got a lot of videos on that. I don't want to make this too lengthy, this coaching session. But those are the leads I love. What's my favorite marketing strategy? I think that we just answered that. And then what are you doing to get leads? We just answered that. What are some of your successful behaviors? So that's a really, really good question. So with that question, I'm going to go back to this book right here called Success with Listings. And you'll notice in this book, at the very first, at the beginning, it talks about becoming a listing specialist. Okay, becoming a listing specialist. Now, in that chapter, I go through the 46-step system for listings, but there's a very interesting section that I call a day in the life of a successful listing specialist. A day in the life. Okay, so this is what you want to read when you're talking about creating the right habits. Okay, a day in the life, and it talks about, this is going to be your daily regimen. Okay, it talks about what you do in the morning, all the way through to the evening. Okay, from 7 a.m. to 8:30, 9 to noon, etc. Okay, so read that section in this book, and that'll give you the success. And then also a couple other practices that are very important, and I teach these in other videos. I'll also teach it in here as well if you go to chapter 6. I've got a chapter in here that is all about, well, it's actually gets into lead generation in general, and it talks about why agents don't prospect. You know, why is it that agents generally don't prospect and why they're not successful? You know that 87% of real estate agents fail within the first 5 years. Okay, that's according to National Association of Realtors. And you don't want to be another statistic. You want to be one of those, like myself, who succeeded right out of the gate. That's why you hired me as your mentor. And so, so I highly recommend that you read that section, and also remember to do the two. You know, this is the most, or one of the most important things that I teach in my practice is to do the two. That's every morning from 9 a.m. to 11, you're doing lead generation. Okay, that's right there in a day in the life of a successful listing specialist. I talk about that. 9 to 11 every single day. We call it do the two. That's a 2x4 from 2 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You should be doing that every single day. We call it do the two. So that's another very, very important practice that you should have when you talk about successful behaviors. Okay, now there's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. You know, here at Mentorship Masters, since you're part of our group, we've got a book of the month. The first, when you first start, we start with The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. We spend some time reading that. Then we get into the book Letting Go. Okay, and then we move into other books as well. I don't have some of them. I don't have with me right now, but you're gonna have your book of the month. Make sure that you touch base with your accountability partner, because remember, we pair you up with an accountability partner right here at Mentorship Masters. And the other thing you want to be doing to succeed, to make sure you succeed at your highest level, is attend our weekly meetups. These are not like any other meetings that you've ever attended. They're not boring. They're not that kind of meeting. This is where you're going to go and get the latest strategies to get more business, period. You know, strategies to help you succeed at the highest level. So make sure you're doing all that. And then she asked, what do I do daily, weekly, and monthly? And we just kind of covered that as well. So if you essentially, you know, when you're talking about daily, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11, you do the two. Okay, this goes for any new agent, even if you're not in my program, which you should be. But if you're not, you're happy where you are, stay where you are, but do the stuff that Uncle Knolly teaches. There are some core things that you've got to do in order to succeed in this business. And I'll just rattle them off. Number one, you got to do the two. Okay, that's 9 a.m. to 11 every single day. Number two, you got to pick a niche. Okay, you've got to niche to get rich. And you've got to follow, number three, you've got to follow the 3 lead buckets, okay, which is your sphere of influence, your farm, and your niche, okay? And I teach about that in my book, Success with Listings. So you got to do those 3 things. You have to have an accountability partner. We call it a coach. So if you can't afford a coach, you can't afford $1,000 a month, you need to find somebody that can hold you accountable, where you, and here at Mentorship Masters, we do this with each other. We pair you up with an accountability partner. So Lillian, you already have this, but speaking to those of you that have not joined me and have no intention of joining me, you got to be doing these things if you want to succeed. If you don't want to succeed, don't do this stuff. But if you want to succeed, you want to do this stuff, okay? So you've got to have an accountability partner of some kind, because accountability is super, super critical. So I would say those are the big pillars, the big keys that you want to succeed. And then Lillian says, I know that you're super busy, but if you find the time, I would love your feedback. I would really love help with me as a young new agent to understand the discipline, commitment, and drive needed to be successful. Absolutely. One more thing I'm going to show you, Lillian, because I think this is very important. And it's, if you go, you have access to the Mentorship Masters portal, where you can just log in at any time. You can do this on your iPhone, on your Android, or you can do it just like I'm doing here on your desktop. So remember, if you want to be successful, one of the first things you have to do is you have to go through your first 30 days. You'll see it right here. It's called your first 30 days. And this is it's got welcome videos and a welcome letter from me. There's the success manual. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. Let me mention that right now. You have access to the success manual. This is talking about being successful, guys. This is the Mentorship Masters Success Manual. And when you go through this, it's chock full of the things that you need to be doing in order to succeed and take full advantage of everything that you have access to, being in the program. So let me go back to this, because this is very important. I'm glad you asked these questions. So you can download the Mentorship Masters Manual. For those of you that are not part of Mentorship Masters, you can still download this manual. You can get it on Amazon for cheap, or you can download it for free at partnerwithnolly.com. But for you, Lillian, since you've got the back-end access, scroll all the way to the bottom. Make sure that you reach each of these things. You read each of these things, because I tell you here, hey, here's what you need to be doing to succeed, okay? We've got a weekly live group coaching call and all this other stuff. But when you get down to the very bottom, you'll notice that there's a first 30 days checklist. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to do your first 7 days. Okay, then here's what you're going to want to do days 8 through 14, and then here's what you're going to want to do days 15 through 30. So this is a complete checklist so that you will succeed at your highest level in the program, and as a new agent. The other thing that I'm going to mention is that as you go through here, there's tons and tons of training and classes, and in fact, if you go through the roundtable meetups, you'll notice these that are say lead generation strategies part 11, lead gen strategies part 10, lead gen strategies part 9, lead gen strategies part 8. These are all individual 1-hour training sessions that I had, in the past with our Mentorship Masters. We actually spent 12 hours doing nothing but lead generation. So all you got to do is go through all that training. That's going to take you 12 hours to get through that if you're asking about where to get all the latest leads. Okay, so remember, you've got access to a candy store of success tools. This is going to be the one place that you really want to hang out to make sure we've got all the scripts in here. There's a tab for scripts. There's my tools and resources. Whether you want, my pre-listing package is all downloadable, so you can edit that, make it your own. You've got my book, Consider It Sold, that you can make into your own, customized book that has your picture on it and your information. All this comes to you, Lillian, because you're part of the family, part of the program. So make sure you take your disc profiles. This is a candy store. So again, and most of this, Lillian, you didn't know you had access to since you're new to the group, but I just wanted to make this quick video. Hope it's going to be as quick as possible, because you are, as you said, super busy. You know that I'm super busy, but that you're a young new agent and you want to understand the discipline, commitment, and drive that it needs, that you need to be successful. What I tell you, and just do this, if you do what I tell you to do and say what I tell you to say, you will be successful. Just like Mina, who came to me as a fairly new agent. She was 8 months in the business, struggling on her way out of the business. Now this year, her second year in real estate, she'll probably do $150,000 in commissions. So that's going to be you, Lillian. That's going to be your story, your trajectory, and I'm looking forward to seeing your success. Hey, hope this has been helpful. For those of you that are not part of our program, try to get a hold of as much of my free training out there as you can. I'm going to help continue to help you to reach your ultimate greatness. If you know anybody that can benefit from the coaching and mentoring that I provide, we've got it all here for them at Mentorship Masters. So let them know about the program, even if you're not intending to join. Let others know, because there's too many agents out there that are not succeeding, and they should be. Hey, God bless. This is my advice to a brand new agent. And I'll see you next week.